Archangel Michael, second and third wave of mass ascension. Via Michael Love. June 14, 2016. Website: projectfreedomearth.com. Produced by Higher Self.
The change in consciousness from the third-dimensional frequency into the fifth-dimensional one, can be a super intense experience with some manifested biological symptoms, some of which include increased headaches, fatigue, mental confusion, deep emotions, and various aches, pains and illness. This is not something to fear, and in every case where we have seen one panic and run to the emergency room, having every major medical test done on their body, the diagnosis is always, there is nothing wrong with you. We are here to say that you are the programmer and caretaker of this biological vehicle, and your DNA listens and executes every spoken word and vibration you give to it, so speak to it lovingly and calmly and tell it what you want it to do, and it will respond accordingly. The same thing goes for your everyday life. You tell your life how you want it to be by your words, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and all of your vibrational energy, and it shall be made fully manifest with no exceptions, every time. It is time, Great One, to take full responsibility for managing your own energy properly as an advanced being in every way. So many have a fear of their own power and greatness, fear of the unknown, and it's easier for them to pass the controls over to someone else to do the saving and the fixing. This is not the way of the highly evolved being. Adjusting to the dualities and out-of-sync resonance of these two frequencies, 3D and 5D, produces tension on the body, mind, and soul, in a confusing battle of will, in the midst of confusing 3D chaos, war, and disease, blended with experiences of incredible 5D beauty and bliss. This adjustment phase is the period in the evolution from 3D to 5D, known as the burning. The burning is a process one undergoes to literally burn away all karmic residue, clear out all old 3D energies and programs that no longer serve or resonate with the soul, and this is where one sheds the body of all lower 3D vibrations that cannot pass into the less dense fifth-dimensional reality. We want to make it clear that you will continue to exist in 3D to enjoy physical manifestations, but you will begin to perceive and operate in 3D from a 5D perspective. You will be the higher, more advanced, 5D upgraded version of you as you interact in the 3D matrix. If you find yourself being the lower vibrating 3D you, in 3D, as you will at first, you can instantly become aware again of who and what you truly are, and how things work here, and change your consciousness state back to the 5D version of you, while standing right in the midst of 3D. Remember that 3D beings can only see the 3D you, so don't expect anything more. Just be the silent, intelligent observer of it all, and know that it is what it is, and it is all okay. 3D has nothing to do with 5D or the other way around. The only common factor in both dimensions is you. All we say is, be the higher being, always. Higher does not mean better than anyone, it means more improved, more advanced, and less primitive. It means more loving and understanding, less judgmental, not attached, non-expectant, and more aware of your multidimensionality and how you are being in all of it. We often hear of, and speak about, dying to the old way of being, but this death is not a body death in the 3D sense and is better described as dying while you are alive. While this may sound a bit drastic, it isn't. Think of the caterpillar into a butterfly analogy. The caterpillar literally feels pain as its old DNA biological form morphs from the inside out and is then reborn as the new beautiful creation. This is the way it all works in this ascension. The good news is, you don't die in this body as a 3D human would. The other good news is the ones who did and do die, did not die completely, only their body ceased to function, and they are still very much here, and they will meet you again soon, in the new beautiful creation they have and will morph into. In the body or out of the body, we cannot say, if their evolution is complete. After a perfected level 12 state of awareness is achieved, being in a body or out of one is a free will choice in this universe. If the evolution of a being has not reached level 12, the program for this ascension, they will return into a body as an infant over and over, if the body ceases before the complete level 12 evolution occurs. Activating 12 strands of universal DNA is the complete mission for this project. Sub-project, Freedom Earth is achieved at level 5D, 2016, when all Earth beings are lifted inside the 5D boundary, and then the recreation of the Earth will begin, and it shall be made manifest for all beings of Earth to see and enjoy. It is critical that you let go of all need to be in control of everything, because as we say, if one does not embrace the light, it will engulf you. The more you hold on, the rougher it's gonna get, we assure you this fact. Only in letting go of fear of the unknown, do you become free to be able to rapidly achieve the 12 simultaneous states of consciousness matched to this universe. The 3D wave of unconscious humanity will have some major challenges in this area, but when it is the time of the grand third wave of ascension, 2/3 of the Earth shall maintain a solid 5D core vibration in their bodies on behalf of the humans to assist them in their great task. Unto this point we have not mentioned the first thing about the third wave of unconscious humanity's ascension, but we will say that if money is gone or electrical power is gone for some reason for a time, or any manner of major natural disaster occurs, only then will their hearts change and their eyes become open. We certainly do not wish for any of these things, and the universe will have its way in this ascension, but we will always be here to assist as we always have. We will do all in our power as 2/3 of the Earth stands together to see that things go as smoothly as possible, and according to the divine plan for humanity's evolution. We have seen all of this in detail, but will only speak more in depth about it after the next 2.5 months ahead. At the moment every celestial being in this universe is working in a massive coordinated way to see that wave number 2 comes in on schedule. It is important to note that a third wave timeline of events has nothing to do with the 5D timeline. These two different vibrations have totally different experiences. The 5D being will observe the 3D timeline, but will do it from a 5D perspective. It is what it is, are the words we say. With this fact in mind, again we say, we will do everything to assist and buffer it, all without breaking the universal directive of non-interference in a species' biological evolution. 3D is not our current timeline, and it has no effect whatsoever on the 5D being's timeline. Angels have always been the watchers of men, and we have helped them the entire time in unawares, but we will not lower our frequency back down again, because it would destroy the entire Ascension project that's been underway for eons, and would also destroy all 3 waves of beings ascending to the new earth and the new heaven. We understand that the best way to help is, as it always was, to hold as much light as we can in our own bodies for the sake of those we are assisting. We know that you are simply us, and this is how we can help without participating physically. The 3D timeline is physical and the 5D one isn't. We will do our magic the way we know how, so no worries. Dear ones, if you haven't noticed, the entire cosmos and all the sentient life forms it contains are changing rapidly into a higher order of life. The change itself can be a bit overwhelming, but this is all your great plan, we remind you, so it's important to do the inner work now on you and take your focus off of everything and everyone until you are made stronger and wiser in every way, to be able to perform in all of this easier. Remember, we are all now here with you to assist, and we have been doing this all for many of you this whole time, waiting until you were able and ready to do it on your own. While we will remain here to assist in every way, know that it is now time that you take responsibility, take this very serious, do what you must do no matter what the fear is. Begin to do this on your own, great ones, and we will hold your hand as you do. Fear not and go forth in faith and courage, and no bad thing will befall you as you make your evolutionary quantum leap. You are ready for this mass ascension. Godspeed, great beings of light.